A very good morning to everybody. Welcome back to your live virtual foundation classes, foundation and paper one accounting. So we have started with chapter number 11 and there'll be two classes that we have done. Sunday's class was not there. I was not there, so I wasn't able to take and I apologize for the same. I will be finishing off the remaining units within these three classes that's been allotted to me. Okay. Very good morning to everybody. So what is that we will be handling today? So we finished unit one and unit two. So unit 3 talks about debentures. But before going to that unit, I would like to finish another unit, which is bonus and the rights issue. So this is concerned with the equity shares. So I would like to finish this concept now. And then I will go with the preference shares next class. Then I will start with the debentures. So this is how we are planning to go ahead. Is that okay? Please don't raise your hands now. Let me teach the concept first, finish the concept, and then I will take your doubts. So I want everybody of you to be very, very attentive and listen to whatever class that we're going to do today. So the bonus issue. What is the meaning of bonus? So from the name, you understand that bonus is an extra incentive. Okay. It is an incentive. Okay. Bonus issue. We are talking about the shares. So let us say, okay, a company has 10 shares. Or you can say shareholders. There are 10 people in the company holding one share each. So total how many shares are there? 10 shares are there in company A. Let us consider this example now. Company A wants to give you bonus shares. What is that? The company A wants to give you bonus shares. So the company says, I will give you bonus shares. If you are holding one share, I will give you one share. Okay. That means what? If I am a shareholder who is holding one share, I will get another share. If I am a shareholder who is holding two shares, I will be getting two shares. So equal. If I am having one share, I will get another share. So existing shares are how many, ma'am? Existing shares in the company is 10 shares. And again, if I'm going to do bonus in this ratio, I will be getting another 10 shares. So what happens here? The total shares after bonus becomes 20 shares. Okay. This is the concept of bonus shares. There is existing shares and the company wants to give additional shares to the existing shareholders. So क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? Bonus shares का मतलब ये है कि आप existing shareholders जो company पे already है, उसको आप कुछ additional shares ratio में, कुछ ratio में you are giving it to them. Okay? So what happens? So bonus shares के बाद shares of the company increase हो जाता है. क्या होता है shares? Shares increase हो जाता है. अभी आप बोलो इस particular 10 shares के लिए shareholders कुछ money देना पड़ेगा? कुछ money देना पड़ेगा? No. Bonus shares वो होता है जो zero cost से शेयर होल्डर्स को हम देते हैं. इसी के वजह से उसको बोनस बोलते हैं क्योंकि वो एक इंसेंटिव जैसा है. तो किसी एक ऑफिस में एनी ऑफिस एनी एम्प्लॉइज आर वर्किंग really very good time and they are achieving a good profits or they are helping the company to increase their production to get better sales and all of that. What they do, they give you bonus. So what is bonus? Over and above your salary, आप जो कुछ पैसे एम्प्लॉइज को देते हो उसको हम बोनस कहते हैं. उसी तरह के कॉन्सेप्ट से कभी कंपनी उसका एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर्स को जो शेयर्स एडिशनल में मुफ्त में फ्री में दे देता है उसको हम बोलते हैं बोनस शेयर्स. Here you can ask me a concept or you can ask me a doubt, madam, if it is being given about or it is being given very, very freely that I am giving this particular shares, then what is the benefit for the company? Please, all of you, please understand. Which company has got surplus reserves, उसके पास बहुत surplus है जो reserves and surplus में accumulate हो गया है. So the reserves and surplus has a lot of balance. Okay, it has a lot of balance. So that balance it wants to convert it into capital. So I already have reserves and surplus. So much balance is there. Now I want to convert it into my share capital. So bonus share issue को हम scrip issue. What are the other names? बोनस इश्यू को हम स्क्रिप इश्यू कह सकते हैं, यानी कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स. तो उसका मतलब क्या है? मेरा पास प्रॉफिट्स है वो रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस में है बैलेंस शीट में, उसको मैं वहां से हटा के I am converting them into the share capital. तो इसलिए हम बोलते हैं बोनस इश्यू को कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स. सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है. किसी कंपनी तो वो बोनस शेयर्स के लिए जा रहा है. द मीनिंग इज द कंपनी हैज गॉट huge reserves and surplus balances. So instead of having huge surplus of this reserves and balances, it wants to give something back to the existing shareholders. So bonus issue means issue of additional shares to the existing shareholders at zero cost. That means who will give the money, madam? I learned from the previous chapter, if I issue shares, I will get cash. If I issue shares, I can get assets. Now you are telling free. I will issue shares, but there is nothing that is coming, which means that I have profits with me already. So what I will do, I will just take my profits and convert them into capital. So this businesses follow usually to give an incentive to the shareholders. So after issuing the shares, what will happen? The shares of the company will increase. The shares of the company will increase. Is this clear? The number of shares will increase. So the earnings per share. What is earnings per share? It is nothing but the profits made by the company divided by number of shares. Since number of shares increases, the denominator increases, EPS becomes less. Correct? After issuing the bonus shares, the EPS becomes less. Why, madam, it becomes less? Because number of shares increases. So this is the effect of doing the bonus issue. Is this clear? This is the effect of doing the bonus issue. So, madam, okay, I understood what is bonus issue. I understood how bonus issue works and what is the logic behind the bonus issue. So, madam, now you tell me what are the conditions. अभी हम पढ़ेंगे conditions that should be fulfilled for a bonus issue. Conditions to be fulfilled for a bonus issue. Just give me 1 minute. Just a minute. Okay, so conditions for bonus issue. Again, we will be going to the Companies Act 2013, Section 63. Okay, this section talks about what are the conditions you have to fulfill after which you can do a bonus issue. The first condition that we people or we all have to fulfill is if the shares are partly paid up, make them fully paid. इसका मतलब क्या है? आप जो इक्विटी शेयर्स को बोनस, किस क्लास को इक्विटी शेयर्स को आप बोनस डिक्लेयर कर रहे हो, वो बैलेंस शीट में पूरा पेड अप होना चाहिए. फुली पेड अप यानी इसका मीनिंग है 10 रुपीज फेस वैल्यू का शेयर को हम फुली पेड अप करनी चाहिए. दैट वी हैव टू टेक अप. ओके, कैन यू रिमूव somebody called Kristen Vikrant, Garima Vikrant, so that Vikrant person, please leave that surname, please remove them. Fully paid up share capital is 10 rupees, out of which, or we can call that as face value is 10 rupees. We should have called up fully. तो हम सारे की सारे पूरी इंस्टॉलमेंट्स को हम we should have called up. Okay, but क्वेश्चन में आपको ये बात दिया है कि इक्विटी शेयर्स फेस वैल्यू 10 रुपीज है बट 7 रुपीज कॉल्ड अप है. आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? बोनस शेयर्स को इश्यू करने के पहले आपको सेक्शन 63 को रिमेंबर करके इस पार्टली पेड अप शेयर्स को फर्स्ट फुली पेड अप करनी चाहिए. फुली पेड अप करने का मतलब क्या है? मेक अ शेयर्स फुली पेड अप. व्हाट यू शुड डू? I should make the final call of 3 rupees. I should take the final call. So final call के लिए हम कितना entry pass करते हैं? What are the entries we pass? We first pass the transfer entry and then the receipt entry. So in the question, the first condition that you people have to check is whether the shares are fully paid up or partly paid up. Is that clear? If it is partly paid up, make it fully paid up. कैसे करते हो fully paid up? Last call को हम call करते हैं share final call to share capital, बैंक अकाउंट टू शेयर फाइनल कॉल. दैट्स इट. वो एंट्रीज को पास करने के बाद ये फर्स्ट कंडीशन है. सेकेंड कंडीशन ये होता है कि फ्रॉम वेयर विल टेक द अमाउंट. आपने तो बताया है कि रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस से हम कैपिटल शेयर कैपिटल में ट्रांसफर करते हैं, पर रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस में बहुत सारा हेड्स होता है मैडम. विच आर द हेड्स दैट आई हैव टू चूज when I go for a bonus issue? This order should be followed. The first reserve that you people will be touching is called as the capital redemption reserve. मैडम ये कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व क्या होता है? When we are going to do the next unit of preference shares, हम preference shares को जब redeem करते हैं, when we redeem the preference shares, redeem का मतलब what is the meaning of redeem? Redeem means repayment. हम preference shares को repay करते हैं कुछ टाइम के बाद. उस टाइम में क्या करना है? लॉ के दिस पर्टिकुलर कंपनीज एक्ट ने बताया है कि इसका कंडीशन है, आप जब प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स को इश्यू करते हैं, उसको रिडीम करने से पहले आपको एक CRR यानी कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व को आप ओपन करके उसमें कुछ अमाउंट को ट्रांसफर करके रखना पड़ेगा. Whenever you are issuing a preference shares, you will issue with the terms of repayment. That means you will tell the preference shareholders after some time I am going to repay back your shares. Okay. So when this happens, the act states that one of the condition is you have to create a capital redemption reserve. You can think this like a provision for bad debt. So what happens? If in case any bad debts happens in the future, you will take some amount and keep it priorly. In the same way, when preference shares are issued, every year some amount will be transferred to this capital redemption reserve. Under the fact that tomorrow, if the cash is not enough for repayment, I can use the amount from the redemption reserve. Okay. So capital redemption reserve is a reserve created for redeeming the preference shares. Okay. After you redeem the preference shares, sometimes the amount might be untouched. Here there can be amount. Okay. So this account will be first touched in the case of issue of bonus shares. So हम कहाँ से लेते हैं? फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस हम देते हैं कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व को. सेकंड प्रेफरेंस किसको देते हैं? सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम को. यस, वी हैव सीन इन सेक्शन 52 of the Companies Act stating that for fully paid up bonus shares, correct, we read that time. मैंने उस टाइम आपको बोला, मैं बोनस शेयर्स पढ़ाने के टाइम पे इसका मीनिंग हम we will understand it even better. So now coming back, first CRR amount or the amount from CRR account should be taken, and second is from the premium. Madam, ये दोनों मैंने ले लिया पूरा, but the amount is not enough. For example, 1 lakh is my total bonus value. I need, madam, capital redemption reserve 50,000 is there, madam, and this, madam, I have 20,000, madam. So still I need 30,000 more, madam. So where will I go? So the next preference comes to your जनरल रिजर्व. जनरल रिजर्व वो होता है जो आप जनरली बिजनेस में प्रॉफिट्स को रिटेन करते हैं. व्हेन यू आर रिटेनिंग द प्रॉफिट्स, यू विल टेक इट टू अ रिजर्व कॉल्ड एज जनरल रिजर्व. ये वाला रिजर्व से हम फ्यूचर एक्सपेंशन का, बिजनेस का एक्सपेंशन करने के लिए वी यूज दिस रिजर्व. सो इफ इन द बैलेंस शीट ये दोनों होने के बाद जनरल रिजर्व है, तो उससे एक डिफिशिएंट अमाउंट आप ले सकते हो. नहीं मैडम, जनरल रिजर्व इज आल्सो नॉट इनफ, देन व्हिच रिजर्व आई हैव टू टच? For the current year profit and loss account, current year profit and loss account balance को आप use कर सकते हैं if there is any shortfall. So this is the priority. ये होता है आपका priority. So first, which account you will touch? All of you please tell me which account you will be touching. The first account is the capital redemption reserve. The second account is securities premium. The third account is general reserve. The fourth account is P&L account. Clear? Yes. But this condition also clearly says if there is a revaluation reserve, आपको balance sheet में revaluation reserve है से, don't touch that, because you cannot use a revaluation reserve to issue the bonus shares. नहीं. Even if in the question they give you revaluation reserve, please don't use it. Please remove Abhay Shinde from the class. Don't use the revaluation reserve. Why ma? Why you should not use the revaluation reserve? उसके पीछे क्या लॉजिक है? ये वाला लॉजिक है कि when you are revaluing the asset, आपको कुछ भी पैसा नहीं मिलते हैं, वो होता है notional profit. asset का वैल्यू मैंने खरीदने से 10 रुपए था, अभी मैं उसको revalue करने से 12 rupees बढ़ गया, but the 2 rupees profit, are you getting it? Are you getting? No, revaluation reserve का partnership का कोई लेना देन नहीं है. रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व होता है जो जब आप असेट्स को रिवैल्यू करते हैं, वो प्रॉफिट्स को वो आप रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व में शो करते हैं. व्हाट इज द रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व? It's got nothing to do with the partnership account. Revaluation reserve means that when a company has certain assets and that certain assets have to be revalued. Okay. You would have purchased the asset for say 10 rupees, and now when you revalue the asset, it would have either increased or it would have decreased. That can be the case. Okay. So in that case, ये upward revaluation, downward revaluation, जो भी होता है, that will be brought to your revaluation reserve. But you are not supposed to use the revaluation reserve for issue of bonuses. Why? It does not contain any exact profit. ये वाला होता है. Yeah, this is also written under the reserves and surplus. But you are supposed to not use it because it is a notional profit. इसमें कुछ actual और real profit नहीं होता है, but only notional profit होता है. मैंने asset को purchase किया 2 years back 10 rupees का, अभी 2 years के बाद मैं अभी को value कर रही हूँ, वो तो 12 rupees बढ़ गया, तो ये 2 rupees profit को हम लेके जाते हैं revaluation reserve पे. बट ये revaluation reserve आपको balance sheet में देने से आपको what you should remember as per section 63, I should not use the revaluation reserve. That is not for me. I will not use it for the issue of the bonus shares. बस you are notional profit वो होता है मोनू कुमार, वो real profit नहीं है. आप एक asset को sell करने से आपको कुछ कैश आता है, उसमें आपको 10 रुपीज asset आपने 12 रुपीज को सेल किया तो 12 रुपीज आपका
Recording in progress.
I'm sorry, it just went back and came. Yes. So, okay. So coming back. So what has happened is here, you don't have real profit.
Recording stopped.
I think, yes. Yeah. No problem. We're just getting connected to the cloud server. So in between that, I will just explain. So people, please listen. So coming back to the process, this particular profit of the 2 rupees is not actual profit at all. Okay. It is not the actual profit, but it is just the notional profit. Notional profit वो होता है जो real profits नहीं मिलता है. It is just for the purpose of having a value increase. That's all. Okay. So what is the point that you have to remember? जब आपको रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व क्वेश्चन में देता है, यू आर सपोज टू गिव अ नोट. आपको नोट देना पड़ेगा कि रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व इज नॉट यूज्ड फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ इशूइंग फुल्ली पेड अप बोनस शेयर्स. इज दैट क्लियर? सो वो वाला नहीं यूज होता है. दैट इज द पॉइंट. यस एवरीबॉडी, यू आर एबल टू हियर? ठीक है. नाउ वी गो अहेड विद द नेक्स्ट पार्ट, दैट इज द एडिशनल.
Recording in progress.
यस, जस्ट अ मिनट. Yeah, general reserve, free reserves is the same. Okay. So first thing is you should make the shares fully paid up, and then these are the reserves head that you will be using for the issue of bonus shares. Clear? Okay. And the additional conditions are articles of association should authorize the bonus issue. So when a company is formed, you have memorandum of association and articles of association. In your articles of association, there should be a clause which says in the future, if the company wants, it can go for a bonus issue. So this should be clearly mentioned in the articles of association. If it is not there, then what you should do? You should generally pass a resolution by the board of directors को मिला के एक resolution उसके general meeting में pass करनी चाहिए. What it should pass? It should pass that the company wants to go for bonus issue, and due to this the authorized capital will increase. Correct? No? What did I tell? Authorized capital वो होता है जो हम, okay, वो होता है जो हम क्या करता है. What is the authorized capital? It is the maximum limit of the capital that the company can raise. But bonus shares के वजह से ये वाला authorized what is there present उसमें से भी ज्यादा हो सकता है bonus shares के बाद. So when you are wanting to increase the authorized share capital, then you should do it by passing a resolution. Not you and me. Company's board of directors should pass a resolution in the general meeting authorizing that this particular bonus shares will be issued. So on the issue of the bonus shares, my authorized capital is going to increase. So technically, these two conditions also you have to theoretically satisfy. So just issue of bonus shares, accounting part आप सीख लेते हो. But what happens behind? Articles of association में ये clause होनी चाहिए. You should have a clause which says that bonus shares can be issued at a later point in time. उस clause नहीं होने से यानी authorized capital को increase करना पड़ रहा है क्योंकि after the bonus shares authorized capital increase हो रहा है. Then the board of directors उसके general meeting पे they have to pass a resolution authorizing ऐसा bonus shares को issue कर रहे हूँ मैं और इसके वजह से मेरा authorized share capital increase हो रहा है. So these are the two additional things that you have to remember. अभी हम देखते हैं accounting for bonus issue. Okay madam, हमने सबको we are able to understand. Now you please tell us कौन सा entries we need to pass. So first one on the declaration. So company कुछ time frame होता है. First it will declare and it will announce the bonus shares and then it will give the actual bonus shares. Okay, so declaration of bonus. So जब कंपनी डिक्लेयर करते हैं बोनस को हम फर्स्ट ड्यू एंट्री को पास करते हैं. ड्यू एंट्री का मतलब है कौन सा रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस. व्हाट आर द रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस आई विल बी टेकिंग. द फर्स्ट वन इज कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व. तो मैं कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व से मनी ले रही हूँ. दैट मींस आई एम टेकिंग द मनी फ्रॉम दैट. So capital redemption reserve. The reserve will have a liability. It will have a credit balance. So when I take money from that, I have to debit it. Next account is the securities premium account. Okay? जो अमाउंट सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम अकाउंट में है वो फ्री है, उसको मैं यूज करती हूँ बोनस इश्यू के लिए. तो आई विल डेबिट दिस. इसमें से भी पैसा मेरे को इनफ नहीं है तो आई गो टू द नेक्स्ट अकाउंट व्हिच इज जनरल रिजर्व. If this amount is also not enough, then I will go to the account called as the P&L account. So these are the accounts. This is the order. Order बहुत important है. आपको सारा कुछ रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस दे देते हैं एग्जाम पे आपको क्वेश्चन पे. बट विच ऑर्डर यू विल यूज इज दिस ऑर्डर. सो बोनस शेयर्स का क्वेश्चन पे आपको इस ऑर्डर को याद रखने से सम इज ओवर टू बोनस टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स. इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स को ही हम बोनस देते हैं. So being the bonus declared to whom? The existing shareholders. So existing shareholders को हम ये वाला bonus declare करते हैं. Clear? Chandu Shekhar, please remove him from the class. So this is the point of this. Now madam, after this I pay the bonus. We are actually giving the bonus to them. तो क्या होता है? It will be bonus to equity shareholders account debit to share capital. That's all. To share capital. ये वाला being the bonus shares allotted. Bonus shares को हम allot करने से हमारा share capital increase हो जाएगा. तो when you combine these both entries, what happens ma? Bonus to equity shareholders ये cancel होके आपका reserves debit हो रहा है. Share capital is getting credited. तो इसको हम कहते हैं कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स. प्रॉफिट्स को हम कैपिटल में बदल रहे हैं, चेंज कर रहे हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज द एंट्री फॉर अ बोनस इश्यू. अभी ये दोनों एंट्री सभी समय एवरी बोनस इश्यू में आता है. बट इफ द शेयर्स आर पार्टली पेड अप, मैंने तो बोला इफ इट इज पार्टली पेड अप, मैं इसको फुल्ली पेड अप करनी चाहिए. तो इस बात का मीनिंग है फाइनल कॉल को मैं कॉल करना चाहिए. व्हाट आई शुड डू? आई शुड कॉल द फाइनल कॉल. तो फाइनल कॉल का एंट्री कैसा होता है? व्हाट इज द फाइनल कॉल का एंट्री? वेरी सिंपल. शेयर फाइनल कॉल अकाउंट डेबिट टू शेयर कैपिटल and here we have bank account debit to share final call. Madam, what only one call will come? Yes, only one call will be coming because only last call amount they would not have called. ये बात okay? So these two entries additional में आएगा कब? When the shares are partly paid. Shares partly called up है, partly paid up है, उसको आप fully paid up करने के बाद ही आपको bonus इश्यू और बोनस एंट्रीज करना पड़ेगा। तो उनके लिए ये दोनों एंट्री फर्स्ट आप पास करके फिर बोनस का एंट्रीज में आना पड़ेगा। इज दिस क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? ओके, अभी अभी मैं आपको थोड़ा आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, यू पीपल टेल मी फटाफट, then we are going ahead with the questions. Nothing else is going to stop us. Very easy question, very easy chapter actually. Okay, so usually ना what happened is ये bonus वाला और rights issue आपका intermediate में था ये वाला portion, but they have brought it and combined it here with your foundation portion because they thought it was relevant. Okay, I think we had only 4 units previously in this particular chapter. Now it has become 6 units क्योंकि redemption वाला entries भी और redemption वाला chapter भी यहाँ पे आ गया है। Okay, yes, Pawan Yadav, where were you? You didn't come for the class at all? Okay, so I will tell you, company का है 10,000 shares है existing shares. Okay, now I will tell you bonus issue किया है 3:2 और नहीं तो 1:2 bonus. Okay, now आप can you tell me what are the number of bonus shares? तो एक बोनस शेयर्स के क्वेश्चन पे आपने अकाउंटिंग एंट्री को समझ में आ गया आपको, and you understood the effects, you understood the conditions, but the basic thing is you should understand from the issue how will you calculate the shares, that is important. No, so all of you please see is ratio ka meaning. I will tell you, if you understand this ratio, a bonus question is the most simplest question that you can do. Okay my dear students, These second part 1:2 का मतलब ये होता है, ये second part कौन सा है, वो होता है existing shares, वो होता है existing shares, and ये वाला the first one will be your bonus shares. So इसका meaning है आप every time bonus shares को calculate करते हो existing shares, okay, into क्या करते हो, existing shares into इसको 1/2 यानी the second number which is the existing shares को डिनोमिनेटर बनाना चाहिए और ये फर्स्ट वन को न्यूमरेटर में लिखनी चाहिए। ऐसे लिखने से आप ये वाला मिलता है आपको 5,000 शेयर्स मिलता है। कैसा मिलता है? 5,000 शेयर्स मिलता है। यस श्री कृष्णा एंड पीपल हु हैव डन इट ऑलरेडी, वेरी गुड। किसको समझ में नहीं आया अभी आपको समझ में आ गया? बीडी रफी को प्लीज रिमूव हिम फ्रॉम द क्लास। So coming back, ये वाला bonus shares का ratio, so whenever they give you, suppose इसी question में 3:2 दिया तो क्या होगा? If in this question, okay, if in this question 3:2 में क्या हुआ? Pawan, I have read your question about the goodwill partnership. I am not here to teach. Okay, the other faculty will take about it. Okay, now please concentrate on the class and the chapter that I am talking about. If the ratio is changed like that, 10,000 into क्या? Yes, Manjunath, very good. 3/2 it will be. So it will be 15,000 shares. So आपको ये बात समझ में आना है कि if they give you the ratio, the second will become the denominator, first will become the numerator. बस इतना ही है. Finish, over. Yes, can we go ahead with the questions now, everybody? Very quickly we are going to see the questions. So all of you please see here, आपको ये वाला theory is what I have already made you understand what are the conditions and everything. Now see here, Alpha company announced bonus to its shareholders in the ratio of 2:3. Shareholder X has 6,000 shares. How much was the bonus shares? कितना है? You tell me what is the ratio? 2:3 है ratio. Existing shares है 6,000 shares. Can somebody tell me what will we do? Or somebody tell me what will we do? 6,000 shares है into 2/3 because second number होता है denominator, first number होता है numerator. यानी if you are holding 3 shares आपको 2 share दे रहा है bonus से. So I am holding 6,000 shares, so it will be 2/3. तो इसका मतलब है 4,000 shares I am getting as bonus. So total shares कितना होता है after bonus? What are the total number of shares? 6,000 shares existing, 4,000 shares are new. So I will be getting 10,000 shares in total. That's all. Clear everybody? Any doubts with this particular question? Very simple question. It's just your example 1. Now we are going to go ahead with the illustration number 1. ये वाला है example. आपको इस बात को समझने के लिए they have given. Okay, these are the entries. converting fully paid up into half, partly paid up, fully paid up into partly paid up. And now please see here the illustration number 1. ये है फॉलोइंग आइटम्स अपीयर इन द ट्रायल बैलेंस. सो उस आपके पास ट्रायल बैलेंस का एक्सट्रैक्ट है. इसमें क्या दिया है? 40,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स ऑफ रुपीज 10 each, 4 lakhs है उसका वैल्यू. कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व है 55,000. सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम है, कलेक्टेड इन कैश है 30,000. जनरल रिजर्व है कुछ अमाउंट 1,05,000. सरप्लस दैट इज प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में 50,000 है. ओके अभी यहाँ पे एक डाउट आपको आ सकता है, व्हाट इज दिस सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम कलेक्टेड इन कैश? उसका मीनिंग ये है कि जो अमाउंट फ्री, so collected in cash means that the amount that is freely available in your securities premium account. Okay, the amount that is available freely in your securities premium account for distribution, so you can use this amount. Okay, तो ये बात कुछ अलग सा चीज कुछ भी नहीं है, ये वाला है नॉर्मल. Now the company decided to issue issue to equity shareholders a bonus at the rate of 1 share for every 4 shares held, and it decided there should be minimum reduction in the free reserve. So now you tell me 1 share for every 4 shares held. इसका रेशियो कैसे लिखते हो आप? How will you write the ratio for this? आपको रेशियो डायरेक्ट में क्वेश्चन से देने से you know how to use it, but ऐसा वर्डिंग्स में देने से you will receive 1 share for every 4 shares held. इसका मीनिंग है 4 होता है आपका एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर्स, 1 होता है अभी आपका बोनस शेयर. सो 1:4. हम कर रहे हैं इलस्ट्रेशन 1 इन द बुक्स ऑफ which company is that? Very good, in the books of Bharat Limited. ठीक है, in the books of Bharat Limited we have to pass the journal entries. but क्या करना है? वर्किंग नोट्स में जाके we need to find out कितना बोनस वैल्यू आ रहा है. तो वर्किंग नोट होता है 1:4 है बोनस रेशियो का. क्लियर? व्हाट आर द नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स? कितना है शेयर कैपिटल का? उसने दिया है 40,000 शेयर्स है मेरे पास. तो ये 40,000 शेयर्स इंटू 1/4 आपको सेकेंड डिनोमिनेटर में लेके आना पड़ेगा, और ये वाला होता है न्यूमरेटर. तो कितना है? 10,000 शेयर्स है. तो 10,000 शेयर्स का शेयर कैपिटल वैल्यू होता है 10,000 इंटू 10 रुपीज. ये है फेस वैल्यू. तो 1 lakh is the amount of bonus shares. करेक्ट? 1 lakh is the amount of bonus shares. अभी आप देखो कौन कौन सी रिजर्व से हम इस 1 लाख को लेनी चाहिए. तो फर्स्ट रिजर्व क्या है? हमको क्या टच करना है? कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व टच करना है. ये वाला होता है 55,000. ओके ओके मैडम, 1 लाख में 55,000 मिल गया मैडम. अभी स्टिल बाकी है 45,000 का. वो हम कहां से लेंगे? द सेकेंड अकाउंट वी विल टच इज द सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. तो 45,000 बैलेंस है मैडम, उसमें से सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम 30,000 अमाउंट आई एम गेटिंग. तो 45,000 से मैं 30,000 को रिमूव कर देती हूँ. फिर हमको कितना चाहिए? तो कितना चाहिए? 15,000. सो उसको मैं ले रही हूँ जनरल रिजर्व से. तो 1 lakh rupees I am taking from my first thing is the CRR, next thing is the securities premium of 30,000, और फिर वो शॉर्टफॉल 15,000 में ले रही हूँ जनरल रिजर्व से. तो अभी we have supposed to pass the entries. Okay, so coming back here it is capital redemption reserve. पवन हमने फिनिश कर दिया 4 फीचर का. अभी मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है. प्लीज लुक एट द कॉन्सेप्ट. आप पिछले वीडियोस में जाके वो रिकॉर्डिंग आप देखने से आपको समझ में आएगा. यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. Now all of you please see what is the entry that we are passing. We are passing the normal due entry to bonus to equity shareholders. Okay, equity shareholders का बोनस है 1 लाख रुपीस. इसमें से 55,000 आ रहा है कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व, 30,000 सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम जो हमने कैश में कलेक्ट किया है. तो बीइंग द बोनस डिक्लेयर्ड, एंड फिर व्हेन यू आर गिविंग द बोनस टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स अकाउंट, आप फुल फॉर्म में लिख दो टू इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल। ये वाला होता है अलॉटमेंट यानी ट्रांसफर एंट्री बोल सकते हैं, विच इज 1 लाख एंड इट इज 1 लाख। क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? तो यहाँ पे आता है बीइंग द बोनस शेयर्स इश्यूड यानी अलॉटेड। क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? सो दिस इज द एंट्रीज दैट यू विल बी पासिंग। मैडम इस एंट्रीज को पास करने के बाद कुछ करना है? यस, बैलेंस शीट का एक्सट्रैक्ट आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा। ऑलवेज यू आर सपोज टू शो द बैलेंस शीट। ओके, मिनिमम रिडक्शन का ये मतलब होता है कि आप कुछ भी नहीं करनी चाहिए, दैट इज नथिंग बट यू आर सपोज टू टेक वेरी लेस वैल्यू फ्रॉम योर पी एंड एल अकाउंट। ओके, मोनू कुमार ने ये बात पूछा, so he has asked the doubt that in the question use minimum balance of the free reserves is there, correct? So coming back Sunil, Somil Arora, yes you should write the narrations. Journal entry means narration लिखना ही पड़ेगा। फ्री रिजर्व्स का कम यूज करो, कम रिडक्शन करो, ये मतलब है कि प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट और जनरल रिजर्व से बहुत कम अमाउंट लेना पड़ेगा, वो ये वाला ही उसका मीनिंग है। ओके, यू शुड डू द बैलेंस शीट एक्सट्रैक्ट। बैलेंस शीट एक्सट्रैक्ट कैसा होता है? टिल दिस इट इज ऑल क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी? बहुत इजी है। ओके, नाउ आई विल बी शोइंग हाउ विल यू बी शोइंग द बैलेंस शीट। ओके, तो बैलेंस शीट एक्सट्रैक्ट आप करने से यू आर सपोज टू फॉलो द कंपनीज एक्ट रूल हियर। ओके, तो फर्स्ट होता है इक्विटी एंड लायबिलिटीज हेडिंग। तो हम फर्स्ट लिखते हैं इक्विटी एंड लायबिलिटीज, उसके नीचे हम लिखते हैं शेयर कैपिटल। सो शेयर कैपिटल का वैल्यू यहाँ आता है और देन रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस का वैल्यू यहाँ पे आनी चाहिए। इज दैट क्लियर? तो इसके बाद हम नोट्स में जाते हैं, वहां पे हम ये सब वी आर सपोज टू एक्सप्लेन दैट इन द नोट्स। तो अभी है 50,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स। फर्स्ट इट वाज 40,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स, सो 40,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स का 10,000 बोनस शेयर्स इश्यू किया है एट द रेट ऑफ ₹10। तो अभी बढ़ गया 50,000 शेयर्स एट ₹10 ईच, तो यहाँ पे आएगा 5 लाख। क्लियर? तो हम यहाँ पे 5 लाख वी विल शो। अभी क्या हुआ है ना, रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस का सेकंड नोट ये होता है, आई विल शो इट यू हियर। रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस आप नोट्स में यू शुड शो इट लाइक दिस। आप इसी तरह का एक्सट्रैक्ट दिखानी चाहिए एग्जाम पे, दैट इज व्हेन यू गेट द फुल मार्क्स। फर्स्ट वन होता है कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व। इसमें था बैलेंस 55,000, बट मैंने उसको बोनस शेयर्स के लिए यूज कर दिया, तो मैं इसको डिडक्ट करके ऐसा मैं लिख देती हूँ। तो कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व था फर्स्ट। सेकेंड था सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम, तो उसमें बैलेंस था 30,000, उस भी और उसको भी मैंने बोनस शेयर्स को इश्यू करने में यूज कर दिया, एग्जॉस्ट कर दिया, तो 30,000 माइनस। अभी है मेरे पास जनरल रिजर्व। इस जनरल रिजर्व का पैसा है 1,05,000, इसमें से भी मैंने बोनस शेयर्स को इश्यू किया है, बट व्हाट इज द वैल्यू? ओनली 15,000, तो 90,000 बैलेंस है इस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट में। करेक्ट, 90,000 बैलेंस है इस पर्टिकुलर अकाउंट में। दैट्स द फर्स्ट पॉइंट। नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज आखिरी में है प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। करेक्ट, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में है बैलेंस 50,000, nothing I have used, so 50,000 will come. So total कितना है? 90 प्लस ये होता है 1,40,000। ओके, ये होता है 1,40,000, ये होता है 6,40,000। मैडम हम असेट साइड भी लिखना है? नहीं, वी हैव मेंशन्ड इट एज एन एक्सट्रैक्ट। एक्सट्रैक्ट का मतलब ये होता है कि देयर इज ओनली वन साइड। ओके, हमने तो एक ही साइड प्रेजेंट किया है, उसका मतलब है ये वाला। ओके, हिमांशु मंजरी, प्लीज get that person remove Himanshu Manjari. So this is the entire question about illustration 1. Is this clear? इसी तरह का presentation आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में दिया है, तो आप first entries you should pass the entries, do the working note and also show the balance sheet का extract. Clear है ये वाला? Let us go to the next question. Everybody? Okay, so the next question is illustration number 2. Very easy again. Let us go ahead and see the illustration number 2. Illustration number 2, pass the journal entries. A limited company subscribed capital है 5 lakh. They have broken into 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Called up capital है only 7.5. So what are you supposed to do? You are supposed to make the final call. कितना का है final call? 10 rupees में 7.5 called up है तो 2.5 rupees. 10 minus 7.5 है 2.5. So ये 2.5 rupees को लेके आप फाइनल कॉल का एंट्री फर्स्ट पास करने के बाद क्या यहाँ पे बोल रहा है बोनस शेयर्स ऑफ रुपीज 1,25,000 डिक्लेयर्ड आउट ऑफ द जनरल रिजर्व. सो उसने ही दे दिया कि तो उसने ही दे दिया कि 1,25,000 को हम कहां से लेना है, जनरल रिजर्व से लेना है. वेरी वेरी इजी. तो कैन यू टेल मी व्हाट आर द एंट्रीज? Ma'am, extract format is this only that they have not given you in illustration 1. They have not done, but I have done to show you how it will be appearing in the exam, how you should do. Now let us go ahead and do the illustration number 2. The first subheading, just pass the entries in the books of so and so. The first entry is make it fully paid up. Correct? You should make it fully paid up. How will you make it fully paid up? Can somebody tell me what are the entries? Equity share, final call account, debit to equity share capital. First entry will come like this. What is the amount or what is the number of shares? Shares ये है 50,000 into what is the final value? 2.5. तो ये आता है 1,25,000. ये है 1,25,000 being the amount transferred on the final call. बहुत easy है. Then will be the receipt entry, bank account debit to equity share final call account. ये है 1,25,000, 1,25,000 being the amount received on final call. So now we have made the partly paid shares into fully paid. Then we will go to the next entry, which is nothing but the bonus entry. So from where we are supposed to give bonus का value कुछ ratio है नहीं. Directly they have given the bonus value is 1,25,000. Please take it from the general reserve. This also they have given to you in the question. So I am just passing one entry, general reserve to bonus to equity shareholders. So this is being the bonus declared. So when you are allotting kya, what will be the entry? Bonus to equity shareholders account, debit to the equity share capital. That's all. 1,25,000, 1,25,000. यहाँ आप लिखते हो bonus shares allotted. Clear everybody? Bonus shares allotted. Yes. Now let us see the next question. Very very easy question. It is like the same thing. Next है a company limited having fully paid up capital of 50 lakhs consisting of rupees 10 each. So it is 5 lakh shares of rupees 10 each and general reserve था उसके पास 9 lakhs है. It resolved to capitalize 5 lakh out of the general reserve by issuing 50,000. So each shareholder to get one share for every 10 shares held by him. So here what is the entry that you people will pass? Can somebody tell me? Already company पे है 50 lakh rupees है authorized capital. This is broken into 5 lakh shares at the rate of rupees 10. Clear? At the rate of rupees 10. अब वो bonus declare कर रहे हैं 1:10 पे. 1 share for every 10 shares held. तो आपके पास 10 shares है तो आपको 1 share मिलेगा. तो अभी 5 lakh shares है. कितना shares मिलेगा? 50,000 मिलेगा. ठीक है? 50,000 shares. So what is the total value of the bonus issue? क्या होता है? 50,000 shares into face value 10 rupees, so 5 lakhs. तो इस 5 lakhs को हम कहाँ से लेते हैं? It is given to you in the question. General reserve से लेते हैं. तो इस question का just two entries will come. Simple 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs. Here also 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs. That's all. यहाँ तो fully paid up है already question पे. कुछ partly paid up, nothing is there. So the second will be this entry. Illustration 2 में second subdivision का ये दोनों entry ही pass करना है. That's all. Clear everybody? कुछ doubts है? Do you have any doubts with this particular concept? Illustration 1, 2 and example number 1 that we have done. Everybody, is it clear? Very simple concept, ma. Nothing, you need not worry about anything at all. That much simple it is. Yes? Very good. Now we will go to the illustration number 3 and 4. 3 and 4 type of questions only will come to you in the exam. Because here, they will ask you to pass the journal entries and also ask you to do the balance sheet extract. आपको ये दोनों करना पड़ेगा. So this can come for a 10-mark question. All of you please listen very carefully. Following notes pertain to the balance sheet of Solid Limited. Okay. So now what are we supposed to do, madam? So if you see there, what is given to you? First, something called as two types of shares are given. Preference share capital का भी information है, equity shares का भी information है. So very simple. Authorized capital है 10,000, 12% preference shares of rupees 10 each, 1 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. Okay. तभी इसमें से issued कितना है? 8,000, 12% preference shares of rupees 10 each आप fully paid up issue कर दिया. 90,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 8 rupees paid up. इसका मतलब है whenever they give you in the question preference shares and equity shares, always remember bonus will be done only for the equity shareholders. What it is? Bonus will be done only for which shareholders? Only for the equity shareholders. So my dear students, whenever you are reading the question, if they give you two types of shares, preference and equity, always concentrate on the equity. Preference is just given for you to get confused. This is the first point, okay? तो equity shares में आपका concentration होनी चाहिए because preference shares को हम नहीं देते हैं. Now you people tell me equity shares fully paid up है? नहीं. Only 8 rupees is paid up. So the remaining 2 rupees final call, what you should do? आपको अभी उसको कॉल करनी चाहिए. आपको एंट्रीज पास करना है. करेक्ट? नाउ रीड. जनरल रिजर्व है, ओके. रीवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व है, सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम है, P&L अकाउंट है. नाउ कैन यू टेल मी विच वन यू विल यूज? यहाँ पे कैपिटल रिडम्पशन रिजर्व है, नहीं दिया है. तो सेकंड विच वन आएगा? सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम आई शुड कंसिडर. द फर्स्ट थिंग आई शुड कंसिडर हियर इज सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम. CRR नहीं है तो securities premium may I will first take the amount and then I will utilize the amount from the general reserve. Then I will utilize the amount from the P&L account. Revaluation reserve, will you touch it? No, you should give a note. Revaluation reserve has only notional profit, so I will not be touching that. Is that clear? Now can we pass the journal entries? Illustration number 3. In the books of Solid Limited, journal entries. So first thing you should do for what? I should pass the final call entries. Make it fully called up. Clear? Debit and credit rupees. हो गया. The first one will be equity share final call account debit to equity share capital. ये होता है 90,000 into 2. तो 1,80,000 and 1,80,000. तो ये होता है being the amount transferred. Next है bank account debit to equity share final call. ये होता है 1,80,000 and 1,80,000. So this is the amount received. Okay? ये होता है amount received. Clear? Now I will read the next part. अभी क्या हो रहा है? Now we will have to see what is the bonus shares का thing. Now 12% debentures उसने just simply दिया है, उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है. Now see on 1st April the company, तो अभी आपको डेट लिखना पड़ेगा. 1st April 2022 ये फर्स्ट वाला डेट होगा. कब रिसीव किया? 20th April सेकेंड एंट्री का डेट हो गया. ओके. देयर आफ्टर फाइनल कॉल करने के बाद द कंपनी डिसाइडेड टू कैपिटलाइज हिज रिजर्व्स बाय द वे ऑफ bonus at the rate of 1 share for every 4 shares held. Show the necessary entries in the book of the company and prepare the extract of balance sheet immediately after bonus shares, assuming that the company has passed the necessary resolution at its general body meeting to increase the authorized capital. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि आप बोनस शेयर्स करने के बाद आपका ऑथराइज शेयर कैपिटल इंक्रीज हो गया है, तो नो प्रॉब्लम, दे हैव ऑलरेडी पास्ड द रेजोल्यूशन. तो उसने क्वेश्चन पे दे दिया है. नाउ हम जाएंगे वर्किंग मोड पर. बोनस इश्यू का रेशियो क्या है? 1 share you will receive for every 4 shares held. तो ये होता है 1:4 is the ratio. कितना है? 1:4. What is the existing shares? All of you please see existing shares कितना है? Existing shares है 90,000 shares है. तो हमको मिलेगा बोनस इस रेशियो में 90,000 इंटू 1/4 करने से 22,500 मिलेगा बोनस शेयर्स का. हम कितना फेस वैल्यू में इश्यू कर रहे हैं? सो 22,500 इंटू 10 gives you 2,25,000. ये वाला है बोनस का टोटल वैल्यू. तो हम किस अकाउंट से लेते हैं? तो फर्स्ट अकाउंट ये वाला है सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम अकाउंट. यहाँ पे CRR नहीं है, तो हम फर्स्ट टच करते हैं सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम को. सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम का वैल्यू है 20,000. ये वाला बस नहीं होएगा, तो वी गो टू द नेक्स्ट अकाउंट विच इज नथिंग बट द रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व. आप लेते हैं? नहीं. तो वी गो टू द जनरल रिजर्व. एवरीबॉडी प्लीज सी, we go to the general reserve. general reserve का बैलेंस है 1,60,000. पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम है 20,000, ये वाला है 60,000, और फिर बैलेंस कितना है? 45,000. इसको हम कहाँ से लेते हैं? P&L अकाउंट से. सो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में रिमाइनिंग बैलेंस आएगा 45,000 का. और 2 bonus to equity shareholders account 2,25,000 लिखना है. Clear everybody? 2,25,000 we are supposed to write. और आखिरी एंट्री है the allotment entry of bonus shares. आप नरेशंस लिख दो. bonus to equity share to equity share capital. ये होता है 2,25,000, 2,25,000. So shares allotted. That's all. ये वाला होता है shares allotted. Okay? तो अभी how are we supposed to show the extract? What is that? How are we supposed to show the extract? अभी I will just work out for the extract here alone. Okay, I will work for the extract alone here. तो what is the extract? तो आपके पास है already 90,000 equity shares है. मैं extract में आपको notes, I will just do the notes how I am computing the share capital. So share capital earlier existing था 90,000. Now I have added 22,500 shares to this. तो कितना हुआ है? 1,12,500 shares at the rate of ₹10. तो ये बन गया है 11,25,000. ओके. और प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स भी है. प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल यू हैव नॉट चेंज्ड एनीथिंग. प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स दे रिमाइन द सेम. प्रेफरेंस शेयर्स है 80,000, अभी भी वो 80,000 ही है. तो टोटल शेयर कैपिटल्स वैल्यू इज 13,05,000 है ये वाला शेयर कैपिटल. अभी रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस में व्हाट आर द बैलेंसेस यू हैव? डू यू हैव सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम? नो, जीरो हो गया. डू यू हैव द जनरल रिजर्व? नो, दैट इज आल्सो गॉन कंप्लीटली. तो आपको यहाँ पे बैलेंस है रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व. तो ये रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व का 35,000 यहाँ पे आएगा। और द पी एंड एल अकाउंट, तो पी एंड एल अकाउंट में बैलेंस है, व्हाट इज द बैलेंस, 2,05,000, उसमें से आपने 45,000 यूज कर दिया है बोनस का, सो 1,60,000 इनकम, तो 1,95,000 होता है आपका reserves and surplus. So now let us look at the particular book, how they have presented. The same thing they would have presented, very, very simple. Okay, can we check how they have given here? Equity share final call, वो तो final call कर दिया, and then they have come here, one for every bonus shares held. आपको देखना है बैलेंस शीट का extract. I have told you equity and liabilities, main heading, under that shareholders fund. Reserves and capitals है 12 lakh and 5,000. I mean 12 lakh and 5,000, we got 13 lakh. Oh sorry, max mistake. 12 lakh and 5,000 this is okay. So 12 lakh and 5,000, and then reserves and surplus 1,95,000. ये लॉन्ग टर्म नॉन करंट लाइबिलिटीज में लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स क्या है, वो डिबेंचर्स है, उसने यहाँ पे शो कर दिया। ओके, तो अभी मैंने लाइबिलिटी साइड ही किया है, इसका ब्रेकअप देखो। ऑथराइज शेयर कैपिटल, तो very easy method, what you can do, you know, whatever is given to you here in the question, just see this and copy, that's all. Authorized share capital here is given 10,000, 12%, this will remain the same, but here it will become 1 lakh plus 22,500, so 1,22,500 shares, 1,12,500 shares, okay, or not 22, 1,12,000, because 90,000 plus 25,000 हो गया है 1,12,500. They have passed the resolution in the general body meeting, so your thing is correct. Okay, so यहाँ पे लिख लिया है 8,000, 12% preference shares of rupees 10 each 80,000, and 1,12,500 into 10 is 11,25,000. So total capital है 12 lakh and 5,000. Now the remaining reserves and surplus is 35,000, and then 1,60,000 comes to 1,95,000, and long-term borrowings is 5 lakhs. Okay. Now please see here, number of bonus shares है working note में दिया है. Authorized capital has been increased by sufficient number of shares. So 11,25,000 minus 10 lakh, 1,25,000 it's been increased. यहाँ पे नोट दिया है just to say that should not be less than the issued. So authorized capital होना है always more than the issued capital. That's what we have seen. No? So for that only we are passing these entries and closing. Like we are writing and increasing the authorized capital also. Clear? Anybody has doubts with this? People who have doubts, please let me know. Yes, anybody? What happened? Is the chat disabled for everybody? Chat is disabled. Oh, okay. See, notes, what is the note that they have given to you in the question is very simple. At any point in time, आपका authorized capital issued capital से ज्यादा होना चाहिए. Okay? आपका authorized capital first question में था 1 lakh equity shares, correct? 1 lakh equity shares था. अभी मैं bonus declare करने से ये 22,000 shares increase हो गया. Okay? 22,000 shares increase हो गया. तो अभी कितना shares है? पेड अप कैपिटल में 90,000 इक्विटी शेयर्स था, 22,500 ऐड करने से ये बढ़ गया 1,12,500 शेयर्स का. बट आपका ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल कितना है? जस्ट 1 लाख है, बट पेड अप कैपिटल कितना हो गया? 1,12,500 is given to you. Correct? So what you have to do is, all of you please see, what you have to do is just increase this. आप सब कुछ ये एंट्रीज पास करके यहाँ पे आप बना देते हो ना, तो फाइनली आप एक्सट्रैक्ट के नोट्स में जाके ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल शेयर कैपिटल अभी हुआ है 1 lakh shares, 90,000 shares plus 22,500. So the new authorized share capital increase हुआ है 1,12,500 shares at 10 rupees. So आप यहाँ पे कैसा ये वाला बदल रहे हो? In that, even like that, you should show it in the authorized capital. आप ये डायरेक्टली ऑथराइज्ड कैपिटल में इंक्रीज कर सकते हो, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी रेजोल्यूशन पास किया है, ये बात आपको क्वेश्चन में दिया है. इज दिस क्लियर? तो आपका नोट यही बोल रहा है. व्हाट द नोट इज टेलिंग इज ऑलवेज योर इश्यूड कैपिटल कैन नॉट बी मोर देन ऑथराइज्ड. So what you should do when you are increasing the issued capital, increase the authorized capital also, because there is a wording given to you in the question stating that the resolution has been already passed. Since the resolution has been already passed, you need not worry about it and just go ahead and do it. Is that clear? This is the meaning. Now we are going to go ahead with the fourth question. All of you please see the fourth illustration. Very, very simple. I want all of you to start working. 5 minutes I will give you people. All of you please see 5 minutes. Illustration number 4. Balance sheet of Preet Limited. Here also again authorized capital preference shares is there. Don't worry about preference shares. Your focus should be on equity shares. 1,50,000 shares of rupees 10 each. Clear? Issued and subscribed capital में 12,000 preference shares issue and subscribe हुआ है. Equity shares में 1,35,000 equity shares has been issued and subscribed. 10 rupees face value है, but how much you have received? How much you have received? You have received only 8 rupees. तो आप क्या करना है? First thing is you need to pass the final call entry of 2 rupees on 1,35,000 shares. So 1,35,000 shares into 2. 2,70,000 ये वाला final call account आप entries pass करना है. And then please come down my dear students. Here general reserve है 1,80,000. Capital redemption reserve है 60. Securities premium है P&L account है. Revaluation reserve is not there in the question, so don't worry. What is the order that you will go, ma? First capital redemption reserve, then securities premium, then general reserve, and then P&L account. So on 1st of April, the call has been made. It is received. Thereafter, it is decided to capitalize the reserve by way of bonus at the rate of 1:4. 1 share for every 4 shares held. Please pass the journal entries. Same question, no other change except for the ratio. Can you people do this? Snehal Mishra to be removed. Okay? Snehal Mishra to be removed from the class. Just you people don't even have any other work, guys. I don't know. I want all of you to try this. I am giving you just 5 minutes and then I will be taking the doubts and going ahead further. Okay? Going ahead further. I want all of you to try very quickly. Did you try that? Everybody? Over? Yes? Easy? The same format only. There is nothing that you have to do more or less. I want others also to try. Krishna, Saleha, Krishna Jay Kumar, Pavan. The same way you are supposed to first pass the final call entries and then do the working note, and then you will have to pass the amount. Okay? Journal entry done, ma'am. Okay. So working notes, journal entry is over. Can you try the balance sheet now, please? Once again, I will give you some time, 2 minutes. I will give you. Please try the balance sheet. Balance sheet very important. First the extract, and then you will have the notes followed by that. Okay? Notes followed by that will be there. That's all. Very easy. Tell me if you have finished that. It will be easy. We can go ahead with the Rushali Nayak. Very good. You have done with the balance sheet also. Very, very nice. Done, Krishna Jai. Very good. The others, another 2 minutes I am giving you. And then let me know if you have any doubts. We will go ahead and do the last question, the last thing here. Okay. Done? Okay. I don't want to waste much time. So I'm going to the next concept, which is nothing but the rights issue. So rights issue. So the concept is similar to the bonus share. So everybody you have done very good. I'm very happy you people are able to do. Now come back to the rights issue. So ये rights का concept होता है bonus shares का similar concept, but small difference is there. So rights issue ये वाला होता है wherein additional shares, okay? Company को now needs money, company को पैसा चाहिए, तो ये वाला वो additional shares को issue करती है किसको? Existing shareholders को. Instead of giving to the new people outside and diluting the voting shares, तो अब new shares new shareholders को दे देते हो तो क्या होता है? Voting rights फिर भी dilute होता है, distribute हो जाता है, तो क्या होता है? Ownership weak हो जाता है. In order to avoid the dilution of the ownership, it is very important that the company follows the rights issue concept first. Rights issue concept is that wherein additional rights or additional shares are first given to the existing shareholders. So first, to whom will you give the right? You will first give to the existing shareholders. So you will give to them at a value, but this value will be lesser than the market price. तो बोनस शेयर्स में हमने दिया है बोनस शेयर्स का वैल्यू 0, but in right shares it is not like that. The value is not 0. Okay, just 1 minute. The value is not 0. You in the right shares cannot be 0. यहाँ पे कुछ अमाउंट कंपनी को चाहिए, so it will issue existing to the existing shareholders at a value lesser than the market price. तो ऐसा करने से first the existing shareholders को ownership rights मिलेगा, but sometimes the shareholders need not take the new shares also. So if they are going to cancel, वो बोलते हैं existing shareholders, I don't have money, I don't want these shares, so I will give it to my friend. They can do that also. उसको हम कहते हैं renunciation. Renunciation का मतलब है वो दिया गया राइट को कैंसिल करके किसी और को they are transferring it to an other person. So that will be called as renunciation. Okay, so that will be called as renouncing the rights in favor of another person. So that is renunciation. The right gets cancelled. So rights issue is that issue wherein the existing shareholders are given certain portion of the shares. So here also you will have the ratio 1:4, 2:3, 5:3. So whatever it is, you will read the question and you will arrive at the number of shares. But the difference is it is not free of cost, but there is a value which the shareholders have to pay. But this value is always lesser than the market price of the share. That is why it is a benefit, no? Otherwise, why people will take your share again? So, rights issue is done at a value lesser than the market price. So, madam, no, it is not an obligation. The existing shareholders, this rights issue is given only for the equity shares. Whatever we are studying, bonus shares concept, equity share, rights issue is only done for the equity shares. It is not done for any other type of shares. Is that clear, everybody? Okay. So now, madam, if this kind of a question is given, what I should do? Very, very easy. Rights issue, there is only 2 entries. The accounting entry part, if you are seeing for the rights issue, 2 entries. When you issue shares, rights issue, you are getting cash. Oh my God, not even 2 entries, only 1 entry. Bank account debit to equity share capital ho gaya. That's all. It is like you are issuing shares for cash, but here rights issue is done at a lower price. That's all. If you are issuing the shares at a premium, so the rights shares can also be issued at a premium. If you do that, it will be 2 securities premium will get added. That's all. एक ही entry आएगा. It is like the normal issue of shares for cash. Okay? So ये वाला आएगा. This is what you have to do. But my dear students, if you ask me, apart from this, nothing, madam, this much simple. There are 2 formulas you need to remember. What is this? 2 formulas. वो क्या होता है, madam? The first one is calculating the X rights price of the share. तो यहां होता है 2 concept, cum right price, X rights price. Madam, what it is? Not like ESOP, I will tell you. Yeah, ESOP, correct. Yeah, ESOP is you give it to the existing employees of the company. But here it is like giving to the shareholders of the company. That's all. My dear students, there are 2 concepts, okay? Can you issue preference to the shareholders or not? What issue preference? No. Rights issue you can't issue to the preference shareholders, Krishna Jai. Rights issue will be done only to the equity shareholders, okay? Rights issue, bonus issue, everything will be done only to the equity shareholders, okay? I'm coming to that concept. Please wait, listen first. Cum right price, X right price, okay? So these 2 are market prices, okay? So there will be a market price of the share before the rights issue and market price after the rights issue, okay? आप राइट्स इश्यू करने से पहले जो मार्केट प्राइस होता है उसको हम कम राइट प्राइस कहते हैं, और राइट्स इश्यू करने के बाद जो प्राइस मार्केट में चेंज होता है इसी स्टॉक का वो कहते हैं हम राइट्स इश्यू का एक्स राइट प्राइस, वो हम कहते हैं एक्स राइट प्राइस. उसको हम कहते हैं एक्स राइट प्राइस. तो if they give you a full question in rights issue, they will ask you only this formula. एक simple formula है, आप memorize करने से आपको it will become very very easy. Please always see, कम rights price को question में ही दे देता है. कम rights price into existing shares plus कम rights price into existing shares plus, okay, rights shares. So हम कितना rights shares को दे रहे हैं into उसका issue price, ये दोनों मिला के होता है हमारा न्यूमरेटर. एंड बिलो वेरी इजी, existing shares plus rights shares, ये वाला होता है एक ही फॉर्मूला. Now you people might be a little confused, but when we do the question, when we see the question, it's going to be very very easy. Clear everybody? The first formula for the rights issue आता है जैसा, all of you please see. So now we go to the rights issue. There is a little theory part that I will cover. You people don't have to worry. Don't see the textbook when I'm teaching. You people will not end up understanding anything. See here, everybody. Illustration 5. A company offers new shares of rupees 100 each at a premium of 25% to the existing shareholders on 1-for-4 basis. One share rights is given if you are holding 4 shares in the company. So the ratio is nothing but 1:4. What is the ratio? Ratio is nothing but 1:4. Now, my dear students, the come right market price is 150. Calculate the value of right and the X market price of the share. Is this clear? So, this is how a question will be given. So, if this question is given, what you should do? Very simple. Just this formula. So, हम X rights price को first we need to compute. इसका formula क्या है? Come rights price into existing shares. आपको दिया है 1:4. ये 4 है एग्जिस्टिंग, ये 1 है राइट्स का शेयर्स. ओके, कम राइट प्राइस कितना दिया है क्वेश्चन पे? 150 रुपीज है कम राइट प्राइस. एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर्स का रेशियो कितना है? 4 रुपीज. ये वाला हो गया प्लस आप कितना शेयर इश्यू कर रहे हो? For 4 shares you are giving 1 share. So 1 होता है rights issue into issue price कितना दिया है हमको? 100 rupees plus 25%. ये होता है rights issue का issue price. So ये दे रहे हैं कितना का? 125 rupees में issue कर रहे हैं. तो ये will always be lesser than the market value. तो 150 है, प्री मार्केट वैल्यू है. अभी डिनोमिनेटर क्या है? एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर्स प्लस राइट शेयर्स होता है. तो इसका ऑलवेज एवरीबॉडी सी क्या होता है? कैन समबडी टेल मी? 150 into 4 is 600 plus 125 divided by 5. 725 divided by 5, 122 4. How much is the value of this? 725 by 5 gives you 145 per share. Clear? Rushali Nayak divided by 5. Yeah, this is 5 only. So I am getting the X right price using the formula as 145. Clear everybody? मैंने कुछ भी नहीं किया. I studied the question and I wrote the question here. Is that clear? और दूसरी formula ये है, मैंने value of right. So what is the actual value of right? Is nothing but come price minus X price, X rights price. तो इस क्वेश्चन में कम राइट प्राइस है 150, X राइट्स का प्राइस है 145, रुपीज 5 है वैल्यू ऑफ राइट्स. इसका मतलब ये है कि मैं राइट्स इश्यू करने के बाद मेरा मार्केट वैल्यू और मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ द शेयर जो 150 था वो 145 पे गिर गया. This 5 rupees is the actual benefit I am receiving to the shareholder, or the shareholder is getting. Is this clear? Yes? Did you understand these two formulas? Only these two formulas should be formed, or you should do when you are doing the rights issue. Logicality is just this formula plus this formula. That's all. As simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if somebody asks you, Madam, existing shareholder is not taking the rights, madam. He is giving to the new person, madam. So, how much that person should pay for the value? It means that existing shares are 4. The value of the right is 5. So, 20 rupees a person should pay to the existing shareholders to get the rights. So, value of the right for one right, it is 5 rupees. So, existing shares, if a shareholder is not taking the rights and giving to another person, he will sacrifice 4 shares of his present thing. It will get diluted, no? So, this person shareholder should get how much rupees? 4 shares existing shares into 5 rupees, which is the value of the rights. So, 4 into 5 comes to 20 rupees. That's all. So, this much is about the rights issue. Nothing else is there with regard to the rights issue. As simple as that. Clear? So we will see another practical question how it is being asked. हम practical questions देखते हैं. तो with this we are completed. Okay. Here let me teach you one more concept, my dear students, for the theory part. So you have understood the rights issue. Okay. Again, I have to teach Rushali. Okay. What is that you want me to teach? Whenever a rights issue is given to you in the question, the first formula you have to apply is X rights price. X rights price is nothing but after issuing the rights, what is my market price? So that is called as the X right price. Okay. उसका formula ये है. Come right price into the existing shares plus rights issue into the issue price divided by existing shares plus the rights issue. तो ये फॉर्मूला में यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट करके सब कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन आपको क्वेश्चन से ही मिलेगा. कुछ भी आप यहाँ इनडायरेक्टली नहीं देगा. दे विल गिव यू एवरीथिंग डायरेक्टली. सो जस्ट टेक इट एंड पुट इट इन द फॉर्मूला. सो दिस फॉर्मूला एवरीबडी वुड हैव अंडरस्टूड. वेरी इजी. The next formula is finding out the value of the right. What is the value of the right? Already I have come right value in the question. With this formula, I found out the X right price. So after issuing the rights, what is the change in my market price? Is the value of the right. Till this also it will be easy. This last part will be the confusion. What is the confusion? I am an existing shareholder who owns 4 shares. Okay. Now I don't want to take the rights issue for myself. So I will tell, I have my friend Mr. X, I will tell, you take the rights. No, you take the rights on my behalf. So if you are going to take the rights on my behalf, you should pay me something. Apart from you paying to the company at the issue price, I also need something for me because I am sacrificing my shares and I am giving you the rights to you. So how much should me, as Hiranmay, how much I should get from the company is this value. I am holding existing 4 shares. So 4 shares into 5 rupees per share, 20 rupees that person should pay to me. Apart from he paying this 125 rupees to the company. That's all. Clear everybody? So the existing shareholders will be getting this particular value. Now you understood, Rushali? So this person, existing shareholder, if he is giving his shares, he is sacrificing, then it will be whatever value of the share you have computed into the number of existing shares. That's all. Prince, Divyaraj, Akshay, Akanksha, everybody understood? Manjunath. That's it with the rights issue. I would like to do another. I came back to teach you about the theory part. Mein. Rights issue should be given to the existing shareholders, but there is an exception. Okay. The first exception is if you are already given ESOPs to your employees. Okay. If you have given ESOPs to your employees, to them, you need not issue the rights issue. So rights issue, I told you it should be made to the existing shareholders. No. Now, to which type of existing shareholders, I need not do my rights issue. So the Act gives you 4 conditions. The first condition is for an ESOP, a person who is holding the ESOP, he need not get any particular rights issue additionally. I have given him ESOP, bas, utna hi hai. I will not again give rights to that person. Now the second person is, I told you when I am issuing equity shares for consideration other than cash, like for a creditor of the machinery or for any other creditors, to that creditor also, you will not give any rights issue because the Act says already they have been taken in another capacity. You need money from the existing people. So these people will not pay you money. Employees, you cannot expect them to pay money. Creditors already, the company has to pay them money. So why will the creditors again give you money? So don't give rights issue to these people. And the third and fourth condition, when we study debentures and preference shares, we will understand that sometimes the debentures and the preference shares will be issued with a condition of converting them into equity shares at a later stage. Okay. So when this option is given to them, to such people who take the option and get themselves converted from debenture holders into equity shareholders, that kind of equity shareholders, you need not give the rights issue. Did you understand this point? While you are issuing the debentures and the preference shares, okay, sometimes you will give them an option to convert into the equity shareholders or into
equity shareholders. So when they exercise this right, and these people now become your equity shareholders, this kind of equity shareholders, you need not give the rights issue. So rights issue should be given to existing shareholders. But which class of existing shareholders? They should not be under ESOPs. They should not be for under other than cash, that is consideration other than cash, or they should not have converted themselves from debenture holders into equity shares, or from preference shareholders into equity shareholders. So these kind of shares, or to this category of shares, you cannot do the rights issue. Is this clear? This theory part is clear to everybody? If this theory part is clear to you, then you can do the next thing. Very easy next part. There is nothing that you people have to worry. Is this clear to everybody? Just that particular thing is rights issue cannot be done to the existing shareholders of which category? ESOP category, the consideration other than cash category, and conversion who have converted themselves from debenture holders and preference shareholders into the equity shareholders. Is this clear, everybody? Okay, good. Now I would like to show the practical questions to you, and I want you people to compute those questions. And with this, we have completed this question. Here they have given you an example. All of you please see this example. A company having 70,000 shares of rupees 10 each as its issued capital and having a value of 21 rupees. Issue market value is 21 rupees. Okay. It issues right shares in the ratio of 1:10 at an issue price of 10 rupees. Pass the journal entries. So madam, अभी क्या करना है? इस formulas में कुछ डालना है? Nothing. Just pass one single entry. कैसे पास करना है मैडम? See, it will be 70,000 shares into 1/10. How much it is? 70,000 shares into 1/10. Okay, madam, I got 7,000 rupees. Now 7,000 shares. उसका issue price कितना है? 10 rupees. So I will do bank account to equity share capital 70,000 and 70,000. Then madam, what is this particular market value 21? उसको आप ignore कर देना चाहिए. There is no particular relevance for that. Just they have given you the market price of that particular shares as on the date is 21 rupees. उसको उससे आपको कुछ भी नहीं करना है. Don't do anything. तो आपको क्वेश्चन पढ़ के कितना शेयर्स है, व्हाट इज द रेशियो, राइट्स इश्यू का इश्यू प्राइस कितना है, ये बात आपको क्वेश्चन से लेके आपको एंट्रीज पास करना है. दैट्स ऑल. Is this clear? Now please come down for the illustration or example 5. A company having 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each as its issued share capital has a market value of 46. So 46 is not relevant. The issue, it issues right shares in the ratio of 1:10. तो 1 lakh into 1/10 होता है 10,000 shares. इसका issue price कितना है? 31 rupees में rights issue हो रहा है. But the actual face value is only rupees 10. So 10,000 shares into 10 is the equity share capital. Remaining 21 rupees is there. No, 31 minus 10. 21 होता है premium. So it will be 10,000 into 21. This is how you will be showing it. Clear? Do you have any doubts? This is how you will be showing it in the particular entry. Clear, Amma? Yes, do we have any doubts with this? So with this, we have completed the unit number 4. Clear? Yes, no? I want all of you to understand. I mean, all of you to reply in the chat box. Then only I will understand whether you people have understood. Rushali, Meenu. The other 2 people, Laboni. Okay, good. Prince, okay. Manjunath, yes, very good. So now let me go ahead. I will show you one question. I want you people to start working out, okay? Just work out 2 questions, ma, practical questions may say. Then we'll go to the next concept. What are the advantages and disadvantages? This they will not ask, but technically you can just go through that. Capitalization, everything is okay. I want you people to try the question. Now, this is similar to your illustration number 1. You can try it. I want you people to try.
Again, they have given you. Okay, I want you people to try this question number 2. Everybody, please try the question number 2. So authorized share capital at 20 crore shares at 10. And then called up head 10 crore shares of 10 each, but 8 rupees he called up head. तो आप क्या करना है? You should make that as fully paid up. First one, okay? और क्या दिया है? Capital redemption reserve है, okay? And then securities premium है, okay? And then we have, what is the other thing? The securities, okay, just a minute. I'll show it here. Capital redemption reserve है 1485 and then है securities premium 2000, general reserve है 1040, surplus है balance, okay? Revaluation reserve है तो no problem. Now what they are doing on 2nd April, they are doing the final call, money is received. On 1st June, the company decided to issue equity share holders bonus at the rate of 2 shares for every 5 shares held. So 2:5 ratio में they are doing this. Can you people just work this out and let me know? Yes, 2 minutes, everybody. Everybody 2 minutes, not 2 minutes. Take 5 minutes and then finish this question. I'm coming back. 5 minutes. Please do this. Have you all finished doing it, my dear students? Finished? Okay, good. Did you all get the answers? Does anybody have any doubt about this? Very good. Okay, good. Others? Rushali and Meenu have completed. I'm waiting for the others also. Divya Raj, Krishna Jai. The next 20 minutes, I'm going to start off with the debentures. I don't want to waste any time because further that one class also I've missed, no? So let me go ahead with the next concept. If you people have any doubts, I can take your doubts now and then we'll go ahead. Akshit, very good. Immediately you will be there to raise your hand. Now tell me what, Akshit,
Ma'am, that question last part I have doubt, ma'am.
which question last part? Practical question का.
हाँ, जो अभी
हाँ?
हम किया था.
अभी किया था, this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what is the
Yeah.
doubt that you have?
I have doubt regarding debentures. I understood you were explaining. I was noting 600 plus 125, ma'am. Then after that, this.
Debentures, sir. ये
Yeah.
होता है.
This one debentures come of preference.
No, that is different. This 600 plus 125 is X rights price का formula है. This debentures, I was teaching you as a part of the, what is that, conversion. I was talking about the conversion part, so that is not there. So this one, did you understand? The X rights price of 145 is there. This one you understood?
Yes, ma'am. 725 divided by 5 that one. But ESH means what, ma'am?
ESH is equity shareholders.
Then this formulas you can explain me. Two formulas.
Nothing is there to explain, ma. Come rights price into existing shares. So whatever is the existing shares into the existing market price plus rights shares, whatever you are issuing into the issue price. Issue price will be given to you in the question. Divided by existing shares plus rights shares. That's all. This is the formula for X rights issue of the share. Okay. After finding that out, value of the share or value of the right will be come price minus X price. Come is nothing but before you are issuing the rights issue, whatever is the market price, that minus after you do the rights issue, what is the market price of the share. So the difference between that will be 5. And this is nothing but existing shares into the value of the right. Why are you doing this? If you are existing shareholder, you don't want to take up and you want to give it to somebody else, that person, because you are foregoing, you are giving your right to him, he is supposed to pay you the value of the right for your existing shares. So I have existing 4 shares into 5 rupees is the value of the right, that is 20. Now I am going ahead. Tell me.
Ma'am, that question before we are doing that question, I am in study material. I have doubt.
Which question?
Question number 3 in study material. This topic.
Illustration 3. You did not attend the class. I think you came in between, no?
No, ma'am. I attended, ma'am. I was listening. I was working. I did not get answer for that question.
Which one exactly you didn't get the answer? You tell me.
I was working. I did not get illustration 3. This one journal entry.
What's a journal entry? You should be very specific. If you understand the class, no? You cannot ask me to teach the entire thing again, no? Which is your doubt? What is your doubt? Madam, in this issue may or bonus shares calculation may.
Debenture application to 10%.
Huh? We are not doing debentures problem at all. Now only I am going to take debentures. You are not even knowing which one you are doing. Just because you should ask it out, you are opening the book and keeping. I am doing a different unit. You are talking about a different unit. Unit 3, we are now talking about issue of debentures. Okay. So what is a debenture? So like I was talking to you about the instruments that is available for the company to raise the money. The other type of instrument apart from shares is your debentures. Is it okay? So now coming back, debentures are different from the shares. In shares, the two types are preference shares and equity shares. But in debentures, you can have different types of shares under 5 different categories, different types of debentures under 5 heads. I will be talking about what are the 5 heads and what are the types of debentures that will be there. But first, before going into that, you should understand what is a debenture. So debenture is nothing but like a loan taken by the company. But who gives this loan? Bank gives you the loan? No, it is the people who are there ready to invest in your company. They will want to give you money, but for the debentures. So when they become or when they subscribe or when they purchase the debentures of your company, they will be called as the debenture holders. So these people are not the owners. Are they the owners? No, they are not the owners. Then they are nothing but like the creditors. Creditors का meaning क्या है? They don't have any voting rights. Just they come to the company. They give you money for the operations of the company, but they are like the creditors. Okay. So when a company is issuing debentures, they are nothing but like giving or taking a loan from the general public by the way of issuing the instrument of debentures. Instead of going to a bank for a loan, I will go to the general public and raise more money, and I will be showing it like what? I will be showing it nothing but like a loan taken from the public in the form of debentures. So the status is that they are not the owners but the creditors. My dear students, when you issue the debentures, the money that you raise will be called as the debenture capital. Share capital is by the issue of shares. Debentures, if you issue and raise the money, it is called as debenture capital. And always remember, there is a percentage prefixed before the debentures. There is a percentage prefixed before the debentures. इस percentage का मतलब क्या है? When you take a loan from the bank, you are supposed to pay them the interest. Like that, when you take the money from the people, that is also a loan. So you have to pay the people or your debenture holders the interest. So debenture holders, you need to pay them the interest at regular intervals. So that is why when you are writing it accounting, when you are passing the entries, you will write it as the percentage debenture. Why madam percentage debenture account or percentage debenture capital or percentage debenture? It is nothing but the percentage is fixed. Like we saw 12% preference share capital, like that 12%, 10%, 8%, anything can be the interest rate. Is this clear? Yes. So the first thing is that debentures are nothing like but a loan taken by the company. And the second thing is if when you are taking a loan, a percentage will be there like that only. Now please come here. Everybody see this. Now this interest is a charge against the profits of the company. It is charge against the profits of the company. What is the meaning of charge? Charge means whether the company has profits or loss, it should pay the interest because interest should be paid mandatorily. So that is the meaning of charge. Madam, what about dividend? No, it is an appropriation of profit. That means appropriation means only if you have profits, you need to pay the dividend. You can pay the dividend. If you don't have profits, I need not pay the dividend. But my dear students, if you are giving or issuing debentures, the interest on the debentures should be paid irrespective of whether the company has profit or loss. So it is called as a charge against the profits. Okay. It is called the charge against the profits. Now you people tell me some 5 differences between shares and debentures. The first thing is the shares are of 2 types, equity shares, preference shares, whereas debentures are of different types. Based on the types I will teach you, but there are different types. Point number 1. Point number 2, the equity shareholders are like the owners of the company. They have the voting rights. But in the case of debentures, are they owners of the company? No. They are the creditors of the company. Point number 3. The debenture holders are paid interest.
whereas the equity shareholders are paid dividends. Okay. Now the interest, the next point of difference is interest is a charge against the profits. That is, irrespective of whether the company is earning a profit or loss, I need to pay the interest to the debenture holders. Now point number 4, where dividend will be paid to the equity shareholders and the preferred shareholders, but that too only if you have a profit. That is called as appropriation of the profits. Okay. Next one, everybody please see. The next one is, yes, I need to pay the interest. The next one is, where will you show this in the balance sheet? I will show the debentures in the balance sheet on the liability side under long-term borrowings. That is, non-current liabilities is the base heading. Under that, long-term borrowings will be having the debentures. Notes mein you should show percentage debentures amount kitna hai. But when in the balance sheet, you should show that amount under the long-term borrowings. You should show that amount under the long-term borrowings. Is this clear, everybody? So this is the point. The 5 differences enough, because they can ask you only for 5 marks what are the differences. Now, my dear students, we will go ahead and we will study what are the types of debentures from the point of view of different heads. Okay? Yes. Divyaraj says, okay, shareholders are at a higher risk. Yes, correct, Divyaraj, because what can happen is, if anything goes wrong, first debenture holders will be given their money. Shareholders, if anything is remaining only, will be given their money, no? So, compared to them, these people have a higher risk. Okay? So, now first, based on the point of security, based on the points of security, I can have secured debentures and unsecured debentures. Secured and unsecured debentures. From the point of view of convertibility, I was telling you just now, in case of rights issue, if your debenture holders are getting converted, then you cannot do anything. You cannot give them the rights issue. So from the point of view of convertibility, I can have convertible debentures or I can have non-convertible debentures. Okay. From the point of view of permanence, I can have redeemable debentures and irredeemable debentures. Irredeemable debentures. Irredeemable. And from the point of view of negotiability, I will have registered debentures and bearer debentures. And bearer debentures. Is this clear? Now I will explain each and every category. Okay. Convertible debentures are those which have an option to convert into equity shares in the future. Okay. Convertible debentures are those debenture holders who are given an option to convert themselves into an equivalent number of the equity shareholders in the future. That means at the time of making the repayment, if I don't have money, I can give the option to them, you convert into equity shareholders. These people have a chance to accept. You can tell, madam, they want money. No, they have given money. But if they become the equity shareholders, they will get the voting rights. No. So some people in anticipation of that, they convert themselves. Non-convertible is no. I will issue only debenture holders. On the date of repayment, I will give you your money. You take the money and go out. That's all. So they are the non-convertible debenture holders. So there is non-conversion. You cannot convert them. Redeemable debentures are those which are repayable after a certain period of time. The maximum time is suppose say 8 years. Okay. Irredeemable, they are not repaid in the during the lifetime of the business except in the case of liquidation. So generally, when I close the company only, I will repay back, means they will be called as irredeemable debentures. Okay. Technically, no company will issue irredeemable everybody will issue only redeemable preferential, redeemable debentures or redeemable preferentials. That means after a certain period of time, they will give back the money to the debenture holders. So these two is over. Now come here. From the point of view of security, secured debentures are those debentures which are secured against the assets of the company. That means what? When you take a bank loan, you will give a guarantee to the bankers. The same way for the debentures, if you give a guarantee to them based on pledging the assets, it will be called as secured debentures. Here also you have two types of securities. One is the fixed charge. The other one is the floating charge. Okay. Fixed charges, you can identify the asset. So I say 1 lakh rupees I am getting from my debenture holders, for which this asset I am pledging or I am securing the debenture holders, which means that when I sell the asset, that money what comes out of the sale of the asset should be given first to whom? The debenture holders. After their money of 1 lakh has been settled, if anything extra is there, then the company will take it. Is it clear? A fixed charge is nothing but created against a fixed asset, specific asset. So in the case of the event of something happening, the debenture holders cannot be paid, then they have the security. They can sell the security and take the money. One is fixed. Floating is on all the assets of the company, including the future assets. Madam, that means what? Yes, floating is much more like what to say. It will give you an entire control. It says on all the assets, on fixed assets, on current assets. Future, if the company might go to purchase any asset also, on that also, if you create or issue a floating security of the debentures, if you are securing the debentures by way of a floating charge, it means that the debenture holders will get a charge on all the assets, the fixed assets, the current assets, and also the future assets. This will be done on a percentage. So there is a fixed charge, there is a floating charge. So secured debentures means the debenture holders are secured by the way of giving the assets. Either it can be a specific asset or it can be on all the assets of the company. Is this clear? Unsecured is also called as the naked debentures. So the meaning is there is no security given. It is at the risk of the debenture holders only. Here everybody, now come here, very important, registered debentures and bearer debentures. Registered debentures are those whose names are appearing in the register maintained by the company. So the company usually when it allocates, company usually when it gives the debentures, it will make note of the person's name and in a particular register, and it will give them the debenture certificate. Like I was talking about the share certificate, I can also have the debenture certificate being issued. Okay, debenture certificate being issued. So this debenture certificate, whose name is there on the debenture certificate, only they will be able to receive the interest. So if a company issues registered debentures, the registered debenture holder, registered का मतलब क्या है? किसका नाम उस सर्टिफिकेट पे और रजिस्टर में है, उसी को ये मालूम व्हाट दे विल गिव, द कंपनी विल गिव देम द इंटरेस्ट एंड डिबेंचर का मनी कैपिटल रीपेमेंट करने भी उसी पर्सन को वो दे देता है. इट विल नॉट गिव टू एनीबडी एल्स. Nobody else can take except for the registered person. But bearer debentures not like that. Irrespective of the person, whoever is there, who holds the debenture certificate. Here also debenture certificate is there. See, I can be the registered person, but in case bearer debentures are issued, my name, I would have paid for the debentures and I would have received the certificate. But in my absence, somebody, my sister, my brother, my mother also who carries the debenture certificate will get the interest and the capital back. So that kind of debentures is called as the bearer debentures. Is this clear? The different kinds of debentures. Do you people have any doubt with this? Manjunath, redeemable debentures are those debentures which are repayable after a certain period of time. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, maximum is 8-year period. Within 8 years, I need to redeem my debentures. Is it okay? Redeemable means repayable. Redeemable means repayable. I can repay my debentures in this manner. That's all. Understood, Manjunath? Everybody understood? Any doubts with the others? I'll give you 2 minutes. Just quickly tell me if you have any doubts. Clear? Good. Now I am going to go ahead and teach you the issue entries. Always please remember, in the issue itself, I am going to talk about the redemption. First, you understand what I am going to do with the issue entries. The debentures like the shares. So the same issue entries only. Transfer entry, receipt entry, transfer entry. The same logic applies, but instead of putting share capital, you will write percentage debenture. Okay. Here also you will have application, allotment, calls also will be there. But technically, so many calls like equity shares will not be there. For debentures, maximum 2 calls will be there or 3. So first is application, second is allotment, the third is the call. Okay. So here also debentures can be issued at par, at premium, and discount also. Where shares you cannot issue at a discount, but for the debentures you can issue at a discount. That is the only difference that you people have to know. When you issue at par, all of you please listen, very, very important. Debenture application account, what are the entries? Debenture application account debit to, I'm sorry, the first one in application, it is bank account debit to debenture application account. This is the receipt entry. Transfer entry will be debenture application account debit to percentage debenture. Suppose if you have an allotment also given to you in the question, the first one will be the transfer entry. वो होता है debenture allotment account debit to percentage debenture. Okay, and then when you receive the money, it will be bank account debit to debenture allotment account. As simple as this. Okay, these 4 entries will come here. Now, my dear students, the debentures can also be issued at a premium. So, if premium is collected in the question, which account it will go to, ma? It will be going to the premium account, securities premium. So, usually your premium will be collected with your allotment. So, I will pass the entry only for allotment. Debenture allotment account debit. Transfer entry may it will come to percentage debenture to securities premium. So securities premium is a common account. Wherever you are collecting the premium, it will be collected here. Is this clear? No, madam. This was okay. Then we have the bank to debenture allotment. That's all. Now the main question is, how do we treat the discount? Wherever the debentures of rupees 100, let us say, are issued at 95. This lesser value of 5 rupees is called as the discount. Why are they issuing at a discount? In shops, for boosting or encouraging the sales, where they give you a discount. The same way where a company is newly formed, when it issues the debentures, the people might not be ready to take the debentures at the face value because they feel the company is new. Why should I take it at the face value? So then, to attract the investors to invest in the company, it will issue at a discount lesser than the face value. Okay, so this 5 rupees is a loss for the company. Any loss will have a debit balance. So, madam, accounting entry में कहाँ ये वाला आता है? The same way where you are collecting the premium in allotment, if you read the question, they will tell you. So, mostly they will take the discount in allotment. So, here it is a reduction in the value. This will also come in the transfer entry. So, transfer entry होता है debenture allotment account debit to percentage debenture, correct? So since this is a expense or a loss for the company, it should be debited. What is the name of the account you will write? You will write discount on issue of debentures account. That big is the name. Yes, that much bigger thing is the name that you have to show. Here, everybody? Issue of the debentures. So this much is with the issue of the debentures. Any doubts? Can we very quickly go ahead and see the particular questions with regard to the debentures? We finished this particular part of the
Right share, whatever is the remaining thing, I think you people can start and do that. Practical questions remaining, you can see and do it. Now I'm going to do debenture illustrations. I'm going to show you people. Share the screen. What is the par value? Par value is the same. Par value can be either 100. Generally, debentures will be of a higher denomination. So that will be there. So the issue of debentures, everybody. First mortgage, second mortgage, these are the things, security. Issue of debentures, we are going to see the first question. Amol Limited issued 40 lakh 9% debentures of rupees 50 each. 40 lakh debentures at 50. That means what? Almost 20 crores is the value payable on application as per the terms mentioned in the prospectus and redeemable at par. My dear students, in the next class on Thursday, I will be talking about what is this redemption terms. But just now remember, for shares, you don't talk about repayment because shares, equity shares will be repaid. Okay, it will be repaid in the form of, or the equity shares will be repaid at the time of liquidation. But debentures, I told you, redeemable debentures will be usually issued. That means you will know at the time of issue itself within how many years you are going to repay. So this redeemable terms will be given to you in the question for a debenture. So that is the difference between a share and a debenture. Okay. From the date of issue, record the necessary entries for the issue of debentures. तो इसमें क्या है 50 rupees is payable on application, just one installment. So it will be 40 lakhs into 50. Can we write this? 40 lakhs into 50. Can we do this entry? Very simple. Bank account debit to debenture application. So यहाँ पे 40 lakhs into 50 rupees. So 20 crores and 20 crores. And then debenture application to what percentage debentures? 9% debentures, 20 crores and 20 crores. That's all. The first entry very, very easy. Just issue of debentures at par at the nominal value. Do you have any doubts with this? Everybody, is it clear? Easy? Very, very easy. Let us see the entries here. So bank account debentures, bank account to debenture, application account, debenture application to 9% debentures. Whenever you write the entries, narration is important. Now please see here. Now let us see a premium question and then come back to the discount question last. Premium question, all of you please see. Koinal Chemicals issued 15 lakh debentures, 15 lakh 10% debentures at 50 rupees. Premium is 10 rupees. Payable as 20 on application, balance on allotment. Debentures are redeemable at par after 6 years. All the money due on allotment was called up and received. Record the necessary journal entries when premium money is included in application money. This is a trick here. All of you please see here. Till now we have seen premium money is collected in allotment, but here it is given as application. No problem. This is also very easy. Illustration number 3. Here 15 lakh share debentures, sorry, not shares, debentures at the rate of 50, and you are taking a discount, premium of 10%. So 50 plus 5, 55. Here you have 20, total 55, this is 35. The premium is collected here in the application, which is 15 plus 5. Clear everybody? So now I am issuing the first one will be bank account debit to debenture application account, the receipt entry. So it will be 15 lakh into 20. That will be 3 crores and 3 crores being the amount received. Clear everybody? Simple. Then will be the debenture application account that are 2% debenture. Correct? Here what will come? Here securities premium will also come because I am collecting the premium amount with this particular application value. Correct? What is that? 15 lakh into 15. 5 rupees is the premium. 15 lakh into 5 gives me 15 into 5 is 75 lakh. Here it is 2.25 lakh. 15 into 15.
Here it is 3 crores. So this is being the amount transferred. Clear, everybody? And then what is the entry that you pass for allotment? Very easy. What is the percentage debenture? Ma, always don't write percentage, write the actual number, 10% debenture. So debenture allotment account debit to 10% debenture. How much, ma? 35 into 15 gives you what is the value? 35 into 15 gives you the value of 5 lakh and 25, 5.25 crores. Here there is no premium, nothing. So generally bank account debit to debenture allotment account. Okay, 2.25 crores. I'm sorry. Clear, everybody? So this is your illustration number 3. Now let us go ahead and see the illustration number 2. Illustration number 2. Atul Limited issued 1 crore 8% debentures of 100 each at a discount of 10%, redeemable on par at the end of 10th year. Money was payable as 30 on application, 60 on allotment. Record necessary journal entry. So here, if nothing is mentioned, it is understood that it is collected on allotment only. So when I talk about the particular discount, how it will affect me, all of you please see. 1 crore debentures at 100 minus 10 rupees, which is 90. This is divided as 30 and 60. So here discount is a reduction. So what will be this value? What is the actual discount? 10 rupees. So here it will be 70 minus 10. In the premium, what we did? We took it as 50 plus 10. Here we are taking it as 70 minus 10 because there is a reduction in the value. Is this clear? So bank debenture application, it will be 1 crore debentures into 30. It will be 30 crores. The same thing, it will be 30 crores. There is no discount collected here. So no securities premium. So just I will write 30 crores and 30 crores being the amount received. Now where will we show that thing? Please come this side. Debenture allotment, when I pass the entry, it will be debenture allotment account debit. Discount will also be debited on the issue of debentures account. Debit to how much percentage debenture this is? This comes to 8% debentures given to me in the question. Okay, now everybody don't write. Please see. Debenture allotment is this value of 60. So 60 into 1 crore rupees is 60 crores. Okay. Now how much is the discount? 10. 10 into 1 crore, 10 crores. So the total debenture value is 70 crores, or it is nothing but the face value. 70 into 1 crore is 70 crores. That's all. And then we have the next entry, bank account debit to debenture allotment. It is nothing but, my dear students, you should take 60 crores because after the discount you are receiving 60. That only becomes the same narration. No problem with your narration. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Any doubts with this? Any doubts with this? Okay, you want me to explain this again, Rushali? Very simple. The 60, when you open the bracket, whenever there is a discount, my dear students, how you will write within the bracket? Whenever there is a premium, you used to add and write it, correct? Whenever there is a discount, it is a reduction in the value. So 100 rupees, I am subtracting 10 rupees and receiving only 90 rupees. I am not getting full 100 rupees. So 30 and 60, the total comes to 90. So this total is matching. Now with 60 rupees in this particular allotment, 10 rupees I am deducting and getting. So within the brackets, if there is a discount, you should subtract the discount value. So if here it is 60, here it will be more. The face value in case of a discount question will always be more. More than how much? By the discount value. So here 60 rupees, 70 minus 10 because it is a discount. You tell me if there is a premium, what you will do? 50 plus 10 becomes 60. But if there is a discount, 70 minus 10 becomes 60. Okay. So in application, normal question 1 crore into 30, 30 crores over. But when there is a discount, my dear students, where debentures can be issued at a discount, when there is a discount given to you in the question, what will you do? The discount on the issue of debentures is a loss. It has to be debited in your transfer entry of the allotment. Why, madam? Here my discount, nothing, no information is given. So I have taken it along with the allotment. So in the allotment transfer entry, I should debit the discount as it is a loss. What is the amount of discount? 10 rupees. 10 rupees into 1 crore is 10 crore. Now this allotment is outside. 60 rupees is the allotment value. 70 face value. I always told you share capital face value. Here debenture capital also face value. Face value is within the bracket. The first one will be the face value. Understood, Rushali? Okay, Sri Krishna, thank you. So after this, we have like now I'll just wind up the class. It's already time up. Okay. So 3 illustrations we have finished. I think some 10 illustrations are there, I guess, in this question. That we will do it the next class. Okay. Illustration 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then 7. And then 8, 9. 10. Correct. 10 illustrations are there. 11 and 12. Okay. There are 12 questions in which already we finished 3. Okay. So the remaining part I will be taking up in the next class. So I hope you understood this. We started unit number 4. We finished unit number 4. Unit number 3 also we have finished. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you in the next class. Yes, please, Divya. Thank you. Bye.